There is no one more appealing, intriguing, and entertaining right now than Roman Reigns. He is literally the epitome of pro wrestling. He has broken the glass ceiling and he is at the top of the mountain. During his current run as the undisputed Universal Champion for nearly 700 days, he has defended his title 22 times and not a single one was a bad match. So let's take a look at 5 best title defenses of Roman Reigns. Number 5. Roman Reigns vs Edge at Money in the Bank 2021. This match was criticized because of the pacing. I didn't have a problem with it at all. It was very methodical. The match was very similar to all Triple H matches. The formula of Reigns gaining back control every time worked wonders here because Edge was hot as fuck as a babyface and crowd was behind him and many have thought that he would win here. Even I was skeptical about Reigns returning the title because it was the first PPV back with the fans in full capacity. Reigns and Edge worked their ass off to deliver a great match and they succeeded. Rollins coming out and laying out Edge was the right choice because that marked the beginning of the best trilogy in the history of WWE aside from Ciampa and Gargano obviously. This was great defense from the tribal chief and he once again stood tall at the end of a grueling battle. Moving on to number 4, we have Roman Reigns vs Kevin Owens in a TLC match. Before we talk about Reigns, I think we can all agree that Kevin Owens is a gem to the world of professional wrestling because he can make anything work. He is as good as being a babyface as he is as a heel. He has the insane ability to work the crowd. He can make them hate him or love him instantly. That kind of skill is rare to see in current times. Owens was top notch here. He took so much beating and took so many bumps through the tables. Sometimes it is very annoying to see stars interfere in high profile matches, but Jey Uso's involvement here perfectly worked. This match made KO look very strong even in defeat because every time Reigns climbed the ladder, KO stepped up to Reigns, which showed KO's will to beat Reigns against all odds. This was a fine storytelling and the match advanced the story and we got a great last man standing match at Royal Rumble. The payoff was good. KO came out of this feud looking strong and it helped Reigns a lot. Next up on number 3, we have Roman Reigns vs Edge vs Daniel Bryan in a triple threat match at WrestleMania. This was a certified banger of a match where all 3 superstars were firing on all cylinders. Reigns, Bryan and Edge were at his best here and when the bell rung, they wasted no time. They started off hot as they should because of the nature of the rivalry and I think this was the best build of a Mania match in the past 3 years. The story was fucking amazing here because it wasn't crafted, it was natural. It was all there. WWE just picked up the pieces and joined it all together. All 3 of them retired and came back from serious injury and illness and main event at WrestleMania. Edge's comeback story, Bryan's determination to be the best and Roman's hunger to be on the top made this rivalry a must watch. The match itself was one of the best WrestleMania main event of all time. Everything they did in the match, it clicked on all the right levels and most importantly, it made sense. Bryan and Edge butting heads to tap Reigns out was surreal and one of my favorite moments of all time. At the end, Reigns did what he told he would do. He smashed them, stacked them and pinned them. And that was literally a badass moment which made Reigns more vicious than he was ever before. On number 2, we have Roman Reigns vs John Cena. The magnitude of this match was unfreaking believable. Cena's comeback at Money in the Bank was deafening. There is one thing that I admire the most about Roman Reigns is his facial expressions. Every time someone enters the fray, his facial expression game is on point. He tells the story with his face. He shows whether he's afraid or disappointed or scared with his expression. And that is a skill that a very few possess in this business. Roman's reaction was gold when Cena's music hit. From there, it was non-stop must-watch television every week. Both of them were tearing it up on the mic. Last time they went one-on-one, Roman didn't reach Cena's level when it came to cutting promos, but this time it was different. Roman brought his A game on the mic and went toe to toe with Cena. After a fucking amazing build up, their match at SummerSlam was top notch. Reigns had so much offense with him controlling the first half of the match. He showed a little roughness, but he was being very careful because Cena can't be injured, so their opponents has to take care of him. Cena was still calling the shots time to time in the ring and both of them gave us an instant classic, which I will remember fondly. They created so much drama that at one point I thought WWE is really doing it. They are really flipping the switch. Cena came so close, but in the end the tribal chief reigned supreme on his island of relevancy. Now on number 1, we have Roman Reigns vs Jey Uso inside the Hell in a Cell. Many of you won't agree with me on this one, but I will stick to my choice. This match was pure embodiment of professional wrestling. I call this a perfect match. It had everything it needed to be in a pro wrestling match: action, emotion, drama, everything. The level of storytelling here was through the roof. Reigns making sure that Jay falls in line was awesome to see. We need something like this more. Reigns was a fresh character at that time. Jey Uso being an ultimate underdog against a dominating heel worked perfectly here, and this only moved the story further. This match laid the foundation of what Bloodline is today and where they stand, which is on top of the food chain. So this is it, guys. These are my top 5 title defense of Roman Reigns' Universal Championship reign. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and had a good time. Let me know what your top 5 are. I'll see you on the next video.